Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Glad to have you with us from Gerald J. Ford Stadium in Dallas, home to the SMU Mustangs. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Miami Hurricanes. Taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the SMU Mustangs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Mustangs will kick it off to get us underway. He'll bring it out. It's Farrell. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Not able to hook up there, incomplete. They're dealing with a second and long. They'll move the wide receiver. They go to the ground. He's past the 30. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. What perfect execution on that big run. Everything perfectly blocked, and this guy doesn't need a lot of room.
I love how this offensive line communicates and works up front. You see guys winning their one-on-one battles. There's double teams happening. Guys are getting into the second level and creating big lanes for this running back.
And the Canes come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back.
All right, great little run there. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal. He didn't get a first down, but what does it do? Now it makes second down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it, still in a great position. Way to stay ahead of the chains.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Caught in the backfield, it's Farrell. He'll step out of bounds just short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49 after a good pickup on that play.
During the week, you got to talk to your quarterback. Quarterback, what do you like? What's your favorite, safest routes, easiest reads? Love coming out with those early with the short passing game.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Carr. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. And the Canes headed quickly to the line.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
Makes the catch. It's Russell. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
That play was designed to go to the running back. They were hoping they were going to get man coverage. And one-on-one, that back is going to win that matchup every single time.
The Canes have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking downfield, it's Baker. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. They'll move the tight end. The give on the inside. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still, just a very short gain. And the Hurricanes line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Gets his first one of the day away, and that matches his total from that victory last week. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. Might be changing the route. The handoff to Johnson. Oh, he's got some space. Really nice. Up there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
Cranking up a drive like that can really get you going. It's first down from the 44. They'll give it to him again. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Great job by that defender. I mean, he timed that snap count perfectly, got into the backfield and created the negative play.
And the Mustangs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Smith wants to throw. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
Well, give the defense credit because they're forcing this quarterback to throw into very small windows under duress.
Third and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on fourth down. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, it's picked off.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The Hurricanes moving quickly to the line. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
The marker is at the 35, and they need to get it there to convert third down. Sends it back in motion. On third down, he drops to throw. The sure hands, it's Farrell. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Fourth down and 1, and they'll go for it. Grab near the marker, it's Farrell. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Looking to pass, it's Baker. Throws for the tight end. Working the big fella to the corner.
Look, I know this offense didn't have the opening drive of the game they would have liked, but the defense now came away with a massive takeaway. Now you're seeing how that affects the offense. They're playing with a little bit of a pep in the step. Nice throw there, getting the first down. This offense all of a sudden looks a whole lot different than what they did the last time out.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
in motion, try to clear the picture. On the direct snap, it's Carr. Touchdown, Miami! And they strike first. They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game.
And that's why this running back is so dangerous. It's not just handing him off the football, but he's a weapon in the passing game. You see his ability to catch it, turn upfield, make people miss, and find the end zone.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. They really need to find a way to punch back on this drive, already down 14. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Now the play fake. Makes the grab. It's Johnson. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Quarterback making checks. Smith dropping to pass. Under fire. Oh, sticks that big mid up there and grabs it. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain.
I'll tell you what, this receiver's not that tall, but because of that one-handed catch, he just showed you a massive catch radius. Wow.
Wants to keep it in the air. Quick completion on the out route. Running to Green. Turning on the Jets. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
And that's a good lesson for quarterbacks out there. When you're throwing to your running backs, if you get it to them early and they've got some space around them, they can do damage. And that's exactly what happened there. These guys are trained to be great once they have the ball in their hands. He makes people miss. He shows you the speed, and it's a big chunk play in the pass game.
Here's a heat. Nobody open. He just throws it away, and it'll bring up second down.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket. Nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Misfired on first down. Back to the air on second. Caught in the backfield. It's Johnson. He's guided out of bounds at the 12-yard line.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
We've reached a break, and Miami is holding on to the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. 27, jump. Okay, bring it. Smith wants to throw. It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted.
Oh, those are those opportunities in the game. You got a chance to take points off the board, make a big play, and you just couldn't squeeze the interception. That's one of those plays coaches come back to, talk about, say, think if we get this pick and we start taking this the other direction and we take points off of the scoreboard.
So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. Desperately wanted to convert on fourth down, but couldn't do it. Here's here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Throws to the wideout. It's picked off. That's number 10. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
That's a bad decision by the quarterback. In that area of the field, you have got to be careful. If the guy's not wide open, you've got to throw that football away, because not only are you getting it picked off, but he's returning it now down close to your goal line and setting his offense up in great field position.
Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
Nice job by the defense forcing the 3rd and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
Unleashes to the end zone. Fires and picked off. They finally make the stop, and not only the huge turnover, but the big return has them set up in business.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Turning it on. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create 2nd and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. And the Canes come to the line needing just inches for the first down. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
And I think 3rd and short is the perfect time to run RPOs because I can give the football or make the read, but I got to make sure in these situations I'm accurate with the football either way. Wasn't accurate with the football, now you got a 4th down situation.
So they're not comfortable with their field goal kicker from here, so the offense will go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Caught close to the marker, it's Carr. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. And that can really take the wind out of a defense's sails when you convert with a 4th down completion.
Great chemistry there between the quarterback and his target. 4th down, you got to have it. You got to be on the same page, and they were there.
Going for the big play. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Wants to throw. It's Baker. Takes the easy completion. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Just keep slinging it. Makes the grab. He'll come through on 3rd down as he's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. And the Canes have their offense in high gear. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
What a play by the defender there, guys, in his own end zone. The offense has taken a shot, and if that defender was just one step behind, that would have been a touchdown. But the hit forces the incompletion.
An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job.
Touchdown, Hurricane! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
Nice job by the quarterback finding the big fella in the end zone. He's going to find a hole. He's going to find an opening. That guy's, you got to trust him, and I'm going to throw it up and let him make a play like he did right there.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Smith dropping to pass. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Well, they're trying to hit the slant, right? That's a bang-bang type play. It's got to happen fast. Good throw. Receiver just couldn't come up with the catch.
The Mustangs will send out the punt unit. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They've already put a couple of scores up, and they look to add to it on this drive. Right down the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus. This offense always looking for those big, explosive plays, and now they've got it just inside the 30. Wants to go up top on 1st down.
Man, that's a tough play to make. When you're that far down the field and you're trying to control your body and run as you're laying out, that's a really great effort, really good concentration, and that is how you make your quarterback look really good. And this offense shows right away on 1st down. They're willing to pass down here. Does this soften them up a little bit for the run here on 2nd down and goal?
They'll give it another shot on 2nd and goal from the 4. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on 3rd down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play up tight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
Quarterback keeper. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Canes! No midseason concentration lapse here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball, but man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
Well, we're only in the first half, and I don't think anybody had onside kick in the 2nd quarter on their bingo card. They were trying to catch the opponent off guard, but it didn't work. Now let's find out what this offense can do. You have got to make them pay for gambling like that.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Well, that just shows you how much this quarterback trusts his baller wide receiver. He was double covered on that play, and still the QB tried to force it over to him.
Smith wants to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. And that defense is all over that one. No room to run after the catch.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
The marker is at the 35, and they need to get it there to convert third down. From the gun, wants to pass. A strike downfield. Now well within striking distance as that third down play gets them a first at the 29. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Making side adjustments here. To the air on first down. Right on the money. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to them.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
They tried to go smash mouth on third and short, and it did not work against this defense.
Timeout, Miami.
On fourth down, they could boot the field goal, but looks as if they'll go for it. They'll run play action. It's incomplete, and the defense makes a stop and gets the football back.
Love the coverage on defense there. Fourth down, they were ready for the pass, and you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play, and now their offense is coming on the field.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. They'll pull it on the read. It's a fumble on the play. Defense swarming on that. Oh, it'll be a turnover.
I'll tell you, honestly, I don't know what that player could have done to hold on to that football. That defender absolutely popped him. He knocked him into next week. There was no chance he was holding on to that ball.
Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. The Canes in a good spot here with second and short. To throw, it's Baker. Rushes on him. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
Well, obviously, at this point in the first half, the defense is finding themselves in a hole. You just get the feeling if they're going to get back in this, they're going to need more plays like that. They're going to need sacks. They're going to need turnovers. They're going to have to create negative.
Going to throw it over the top of the knee. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play, and I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Hurricanes will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. They kick it away on fourth down. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. Enough time to get off a play before we head to halftime. He wants to change this route. Trying to start the drive with a pass. The sure hands, it's Reeder. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays.
Timeout,
just enough time for one final play of the half. Back to throw, it's Rich. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. I guess they're trying to send a message to start this second half, lined up for an onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
And everybody's got different philosophies. Some people kick onside every single time. You go for the big play, try to create some momentum for your team, but they failed. A nice job covering the kick, seeing the football off the kicker's foot, securing it, getting on the ground, and making sure your offense retains the football.
They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're fourth and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on fourth down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On fourth down, looking for the completion. Makes the catch. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to spell it with a first down at the 31. He unleashed a bullet on that pass and converted the fourth down.
Gotta love it. Some people get conservative. Some people don't want to mess up. Fourth down, you could tell. He wanted that window, and he threw it as hard as he could. Throws a strike to the wide receiver. Gets the big fourth down conversion.
Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking for space. It's Reeder.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
On defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Got it in the middle. It's Cooper. And into the end zone. Touchdown, SMU. Haul that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. And after that last score, this is just a 2-possession game now, and they'll be looking to find some cushion on this drive. He'll toss it. There he goes. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
Just really solid play by this offense. Nice job. Whatever the defense gives you the option, they're trying to make you wrong. The problem is, defensively, you got so much to cover. Nice chunk gain. Just remember, that quarterback can also stick his foot in the ground, get north-south, and make plays too.
Motion from the wideout. Trying play action. Finds his man. It's Carr. Keep this drive alive on third down. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. To the air, it's Baker. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. Got out of trouble and throws. Caught over the middle, it's Lofton. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Canes have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Quarterback extends the play. Snagged in the middle, good shot. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
It's a really nice job by the defense staying disciplined there, and the quarterback's trying to get it out on the right side. As soon as he makes the catch, though, down he goes. Really good job with the tackle.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to throw again. Sends it downfield. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
Quarterback trying to attack the middle of the field. I like the aggressive nature, but his receivers aren't 9 feet tall. No one's going to catch that. No one can climb the ladder. You got to bring it down a little bit.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He'll pull it down. He gets the job done, picking up the 1st down, then getting down.
You have got to have pass rushing lane integrity when you face this quarterback. On 3rd down, someone gets out of his gap right up the middle. It's easy for the quarterback to see. He just tucks it and takes off and picks up the 1st down.
Using his feet to buy time. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
And the Canes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Pulls and throws off the RPO. Makes the stop at the 23-yard line, but it's a pickup of 15. A 1st down, and this offense is smelling the end zone. The Canes pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add to that lead.
That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. And the Hurricanes want to pick up the tempo. Looking to throw, it's Baker. Dances away to buy time. Going for 6. Touchdown, Miami! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. They've fallen into a hole here, and they need to start fighting back right now on this drive. Using the quick game. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to pass. Bring in the heat. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job beating the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Grabbed in the middle, it's Cooper. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up fourth and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Oops, someone moved just a bit early, and the offense is going to pick up a penalty. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And the Mustangs will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He almost broke that when they finally get him stopped, but let's see if he had a little help. There's a penalty marker down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Buys a little time. He'll get rid of it. They needed a big play, and they got it. And the foot down for the first down.
To be honest, I think the quarterback was a little bit surprised himself at the play call that came in that time. You've got a 3-possession lead here in the third quarter of this game. You're probably expecting some short throws, some...
Breaks into the open. They bring him down. He's got a first down, but that might be the final play of the third quarter. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Right back to the well. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Tried to pound it on first down, now back to the line. Looking to throw, it's Baker. Fires to the tight end. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. To the ground to try to move the chains. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
And this offense does it again on third down. They have been so elite on third down all game long. That's the money down. All the coaches talk about it every single time we meet with them. They've been brilliant at it. They've built the lead, and they've got a good chance to finish this one out if they keep that up.
No, he loses the ball after the huge gain. Well, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security.
Touchdown, Hurricanes! And the punishment has been extended. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
Makes the grab in the end zone for the 2 as they extend the lead. So it's a 73-yard touchdown drive. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. Not much reason to go for the onside kick at this point, except they want to run up the score. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this is a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for a position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
Oh, he's got some space. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
Well, if you could give a helmet sticker to this defensive coaching staff, they would get one because of the plan they've had for this guy at wide receiver. He is one of the best in the entire country with his speed and his athleticism, but they have had a plan for him, whether it's man coverage, zone, they've been able to double him, they've been able to change up the looks, and they have not been able to get him involved in the game, and that's why they're going to win this one.
The Mustangs trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Looking to throw again. Fighting for the end zone, and he dropped it. He's got the ball, and he'll try to pick up a few. He will be stopped just inches away after the catch and run.
Yeah, the receivers got to do a better job at ball security there with all those defenders trying to rip it free. And this offense is lucky they were able to jump on it to keep possession.
Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal.
Check. Let's go.
Quarterback looking for just a crack on the sneak. And I don't think he got in. Those big bodies up front just creating a wall at the goal line. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments.
Well, and he gets stuffed on that QB sneak. He's just not doing a really good job of reading the crease and finding a little space to kind of tuck into and drive his feet. He's just running himself into a wall, Dave.
The big boys up front make a crease, push somebody back, create some space. There was nowhere to go.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. A 4th quarter field goal down by this much, that's a lot like putting a lipstick on the proverbial. Touchdown Mustangs! The offense puts up 6 for that trip to the end zone.
Nice pitch, nice catch, and listen, maybe this helps next game, right? Like we're trying to find a rhythm, find something that works, find somebody to go to, and this offense is struggling. You're down by 1,000, but I like that they continue to fight.
The deficit is huge. This one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
Turning it on! And how much running room have they been able to find just all day? They are piling up unbelievable rushing stats.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the 4th quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force-feed you the football to try and ice this game. He's paying him off right now. That's a really nice run.
And he just chucks it into the 4th row.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Toss sweep to the right. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Kennesaw State has the lead right now, but this crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet today. They're up by 12 over Coastal Carolina. Anything can happen down the stretch here in the Sun Belt. It's why we're here to keep you posted, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Let's see how they set the tone on 1st and 10. Smith dropping the pass. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. So now it's 2nd and long. Might be calling a hot route. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Looking for the end zone. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
Well, trailing this much in the 4th quarter, the offense is looking for an explosive play to try to ignite them and get them back in this one, but nothing doing. Nice job in coverage.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And it's batted away, and the 4th down play doesn't convert. They'll give up the football.
I think that play right there has been a big theme in this game. When it matters the most, on big-time down and distances, this defense has been able to step up and make the play.
He's taking the shot. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead now. Incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10. Now on 1st down from the 43-yard line. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31. The Hurricanes with the 1st and 10.
6-9-1, Gators far. Griffin. Slab.
To the air, it's Baker. Fires to the wideout. It's caught. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Off play action on 1st down. Scrambling away. He'll try to do it himself. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there. To fire on 2nd down. Got his man quickly. At midfield, he's got room. All out of space. He's at the 10. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but still flying around, still playing hard, not really hanging their heads.
Long season. This is early in the season. Still got plenty of time. Still find out which.
Throw to the end zone. It's picked off.
2-point plays, the windows are very small to throw into. That time he just tried to force it into a tiny window. Ended up being picked, and the offense comes away with no points.
SMU 20.
He's able to grab the football in the hand. They stripped it out. They'll open this drive and snap it from the 44. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
And there's nothing more frustrating than when you get late in the game and you know they're running the football and you don't stop them. It's been that kind of day for this defense. They haven't played well. They're going to have to go to the well. They're going to have to figure some things out. Practice this week, I can promise you, will not be a lot of fun with these coaches.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. And the Canes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll ride the hot hand. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Timeout called by the defense. 27 seconds to go.
It's a great play there by the defense, stopping that run. But now with less than a minute to go, you got to use your timeout. You got to try and conserve as much clock as possible to give yourself a chance to win.
They'll try to get outside. There he goes. He'll be pushed out of bounds just short of the end zone, and that one saved a touchdown at least for now.
Yeah, and you could see the running back, man. He was smelling the end zone. Nice cuts, nice job getting all the way down the field. He gets so close to punching it in, and you could tell he wanted to, but pushed out of bounds at the 2. And guess what? 1st and goal from the 2. This offense will take it.
Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All 3 phases we saw just